Hi, this is Michael Rubin, and we're talking about the C major scale on the C diatonic harmonica from holes 1 through 4 right now. We're doing the first octave. We'll do the whole harmonica in a minute. So we figured out the first four notes, C, D, E, F, one blow, one draw, two blow, two double bend, respectively. So now we got to figure out G, A, B, C. So let's remind ourselves that the blow notes are C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C, and the draw notes D, G, B, D, F, A, B, D, F, A. So let's look at the note G. The blow notes are C, E, G. So there it is, 3 blow. But the draw notes are D, G. So 2 draw is also the note G. So the question is, which G should you use? Well, I'm going to throw out an opinion here, and I'm going to, for a minute, I know I've been talking about theory this whole time, but I'm going to talk about how to play the harmonica and give out my opinion is to use 2 draw. You know that phrase, 4 out of 5 dentists prefer this toothbrush? Well, 4 out of 5 professional harmonica players prefer to draw. And I'm going to tell you my reasons. First, 2 draw has the potential to be bent. 3 blow does not have the potential to be bent. So, since it does, I can move in a legato way, smooth and flowing, from the draw note to a bend. Either 2 draw to 2 single, or 2 draw to 2 double. And from the bend to the draw note. I can't do that from 3 blow. Let's say I do 3 blow, 2 double. Can you hear there's a separation? No matter how hard I try, there will always be a slight separation between a blow note and a draw note. Then, the second thing is, because of the potential to bend, I don't have to bend it all the way down to the single bend, F sharp. I can bend it a quarter tone and get a lower pitched G. So sometimes I'll play a high pitched G, sometimes a lower pitched G. See if you can hear the difference. So, you can't do that on 3 blow. Every 3 blow G sounds the same. Then, so I use the different types of G's for inflection, for feeling. Then, I want to talk about vibrato. Vibrato is the shaky sound. Now, a lot of harmonica players will use the term vibrato as an umbrella to talk about 2 musical concepts, vibrato and tremolo. So often a harmonica player will be playing a tremolo and say, I'm playing a vibrato. So let's discuss the difference. Tremolo has to do with a shifting from quiet to loud very quickly, back and forth. So it's a dynamic thing. Vibrato has to do with pitch, going from low to high and back and forth very quickly. Well, you can get a tremolo on either the blow or the draw note, but you can only get a vibrato where there is the potential to bend. So you cannot get a vibrato on 3 blow. You can only get a vibrato on 2 draw. So listen to what is commonly considered throat vibrato, but is actually throat tremolo on the blow 3 and throat vibrato on the draw 2. Blow 3, draw 2. Can you hear how the draw vibrato is much more sobbing than the blow tremolo on 3? So that's one of the reasons I like 2 draw. The last one I want to talk about is to, well actually I got one more. Because 2 draw is part of the G major chord, GBD, 2 draw, 3 draw, and 4 draw, and also 1 draw is D, that's in the chord as well. I can do all kinds of tongue blocking effects where I get a chord and then a note. Come on. Or even false slaps where I use my lips to do the same thing. So that's another reason why I like it. And the last thing I want to talk about is decay. Now, my understanding of the word decay may be different than other people's, okay? So I'm going to define my definition. So, to me, decay is how long the reed continues to vibrate and make sound after the player stops sending air over the reed. So, in my opinion, the blow decay on 3 is much shorter than the draw decay on 2. So I'm going to play 3 blow and see if you can sense when I stop blowing air and how long it takes for the note to stop sounding. And I think you'll agree it's pretty short. But on the draw 2, I'm hoping you'll hear it's much longer. That makes a big difference in tone. So all these things add up to a big difference in tone, to the point where, like, when I listen to my students, you know, quite often I'll say, don't use 3 blow, and they'll say, how did he know? Because it really makes a difference to me, and I believe that it makes a difference to lay people too. They can't explain why, but they know that the intermediate guy who's focusing on 3 blow doesn't sound as nice as the pro guy who's focusing on 2 draw. It's to me, it's one of the most telling things when I'm listening to somebody and they're playing 3 blow. Almost immediately, my little analysis in my head says intermediate, and soon enough, other things will show up to suggest that he is an intermediate. Most of the time, every now, I mean, pros do use 3 blow. I use 3 blow, but I use it for logistical purposes. Let's say a lick is very complex, and if I were to play 3 blow as opposed to 2 draw, that lick would get much easier. Well, I'll use 3 blow and I'll forsake the tone for the ease of the lick. And, you know, some players like the tone, like, you know, Sonny Boy Williamson number 2, Rice Miller. If you listen to the opening of Help Me, when he plays 2 draw or 3 blow, and I'm not talking about the chords or the double stops. A chord is 3 or more notes at the same time. A double stop is 2 notes. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when he plays 2 draw or 3 blow as single notes. The first time he plays that note in the song, he plays 2 draw. But for the rest of it, at least in the first 12 bars, he's playing 3 blow. So unless there's a logistical reason that I don't understand, Sonny Boy likes 3 blow. So, you know, there's, you know, I mean, obviously Sonny Boy is a great harp player, so you can use it if you like. But when it comes to writing down the scales, I'm going to recommend that you use 2 draw. When it comes to playing the scales, I recommend you use 2 draw. However, when it comes to jamming, I want you to get to the place where you can choose 3 blow if you like, but that 2 draw is your default. That's my recommendation. Now, one thing that's important to remember, a scale, the purpose of a scale is to know which notes sound good. Well, 3 blow is the note G, and there is a G in the C major scale. So therefore 3 blow will sound good in the key of C major on a C harmonica. So this is important. A lot of times, like, I'll ask my students, without bending, are there any notes, any blow notes that are not in this scale? And they'll look at what they've written down and they'll say, oh, 3 blow is not in this scale. And I'll say, really? What is the name of the note in 3 blow? And they'll say, G. And I'll say, really? There's no G in the C major scale? And they'll realize it's okay to play 3 blow. So, anytime you write down 2 draw, remember, you can use 3 blow as well. Okay, and next time we'll move on and finish up the scale A, B, and C, and see you soon.